Speaking of our favorite wrestlers, we might as well tee up our buddy Eddie Kingston right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, who became the strong champion in God. That's
The New Japan Strong Champion. He
yeah,
he picked up a win in Quirk and Hall. We were lucky enough to have him on the program a few weeks ago.
yeah,
We talked about the fact of his trip coming up and how excited he was,
yeah,
and what it meant to him to be in that venue. He had seen so many historic, and most wrestling fans who have kept up with stuff over in Japan have seen so many historic matches and moments at Cork and Hall, and he got the opportunity to wrestle there. Little did we know he was bringing home some hardware. He is the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Champion now, beating Kenta. I can't imagine what this meant for him personally. This has to be a 10 out of 10 moment in Eddie's career.
uh, I think it's probably his top moment, and
Yeah.
that's not really saying anything derogatory about what he's done for us. But I mean, knowing how much he loves uh, pro wrestling from Japan and just good. Uh, Again, I will say it till the probably to the day I die. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. He really is, for so many reasons. Um, because what Eddie does seems, looks, and is real, and because behind the scenes he is such just a. If you're watching with us right now, you see a shot that we have up there, and you can just tell on his face. I mean, I know he's spent because he's had a match, but you can just tell on his face he's very emotional.
You know what? Yeah, I know we're watching a different show, but it's only it's not a super long promo. I think maybe we'll listen to it. I'll track it here.
Okay.
This is about 47 seconds of
Okay.
Eddie Kingston after that match.
Okay.
And
13
there we go.
Okay.
years old. I was 13 years old the first time I watched a New Japan Pro Wrestling show. And ever since that day, ever since I was 13, my goal was to come here, to wrestle for New Japan Pro, to wrestle and represent my mother and my father for never giving up on me. Here, ever since I was 13. Kenta, I'll see you tomorrow night. You have to fight years of pain, years of struggle, years of disappointment. You're not ready for it, but I am. I'll see you tomorrow night.
So that's the promo to get ready for the thing. I mean, how on fire was he just to be there, dude? It was so cool. And then he had a very emotional promo. We'll make sure that we post it up on social as well. He is so excited to win this title, and I'm happy for him. You know what it means to him, and to be in a legendary venue like Cork and Hall for a promotion, as he said, he grew up on like that.
Right.
It's good for him, man.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Those promos that he does, that he has done, and that one in particular, are real.
Yes,
They are real promos, and gosh, I remember when I first met him. He and I just hit it off because I walked in, and let me tell you a few things. I don't. Sometimes I don't realize, and I don't. I don't realize how a lot of these kids that wrestle for us now watch me and grew up with me. It just doesn't. It just doesn't
register with you. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't play with me. And so I didn't even know that Eddie Kingston knew who I was. Okay. Didn't. So I walk in there and this is Eddie Kingston and I shook his hand and I said, "Don't fuck up tonight." I said that to Wars. I said it to Ricky Starks, those guys that came in when Cody had the title, and I just wanted to relax them and let them know that, I'm just having fun with them. And that began a great relationship between me and Eddie. And not even realizing that Eddie even knew who I was. And then I found out that Eddie used to watch all of our stuff, and Eddie even says today, he says, "This guy that I watch holding the microphone for Flair, this straight man, first thing he says to me is, 'Don't fuck up.' It popped me." So good for Eddie, man. Good for Eddie.
Good for Eddie, indeed. I think Silva has the actual promo. It's very emotional once he won the world title. So you heard the pre-match promo, and we'll play the post-match now with Eddie Kingston here after he won the title.
This is dedicated to 3 people: my mother, my father, and Terry Funk, who is the GOAT. I dream of this moment, and I don't want to cry because I don't want to be emotional. But after 21 years of fighting, you think that sometimes you're not going to get it. You know? Sometimes you think you're wasting your time. I want to tell every kid in the world, I'm not supposed to be here. I was a street kid who did dumb stuff. I should have been killed. I should have been in jail, but I didn't because of pro wrestling, because of Japanese pro wrestling kept me going. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I don't have nothing else I can say, but just thank you. And I would defend this championship with my life, with my life. Thank you, everybody. I gotta go. Arigato gozaimasu. Please.
How do you not pull for that guy?
Jeez. Wow.
I mean, what's fun to me is the contrast too. The night before, I'll see you tomorrow. And then, when he wins, you're like, oh man, I just want to give that guy a hug. What a good dude.
Yeah.
He has also been a mental health advocate. He's admitted that he struggled with, feeling worthy and feeling like, am I doing the right thing? And he had some really negative thoughts and was in a dark place. And he shared his story and talked about it on Twitter. So if you, for whatever reason, have found yourself recently in a tough spot, go find Eddie's post on social about that. He shares his experience and he shares that, hey man, there is hope on the other side.
Yeah.
And you hear how excited he is in his voice to be where he is today. Keep the faith, boys and girls. Keep plugging away, and you too could be the strong champion of your field, whatever that may be.
Let me add to that by saying it's not shameful.
No.
To ask for help. Ask for help. Yeah.